Do you remember when every dinner table had matching serving dishes, each one overflowing with color and care? When every casserole came wrapped in foil, every salad shimmered under the kitchen light, and the whole room smelt like butter and Sunday comfort? Back then, side dishes weren't just food. They were the soul of the table. They carried the laughter, the stories, the "try this, it's Aunt Jean's recipe." The 1970s didn't just feed families, it defined how America ate, creative, convenient, and sometimes a little bit curious. Every spoonful had a story, and every Pyrex dish came home empty. Close your eyes and listen. The faint hum of a radio in the corner, the soft clink of Corelle plates, and that casserole dish leaving a foggy circle on the wooden table. Those bowls didn't just hold food, they held traditions. Yellowed recipe cards with butter stains, scribbled notes like "add extra celery seed if Uncle Bill's coming," and the quiet pride of a meal made from scratch. And tonight, we're reopening that recipe box. Because hidden between those pages are 25 forgotten side dishes from the 1970s that deserve to shine again.
It tastes even better.
The ones that made
Lucky's
potlucks
can be
legendary,
depended on for better
family
taste
dinners
because they're made
memorable,
of fine,
and neighbors
naturally
knock on your
good-tasting
door
tobacco.
just to drop
Tobacco
off the
that's
dish they
toasted
borrowed.
to taste even better.
We'll relive
Yes,
them
it's-
all. The tangy, the creamy, the crunchy, and the downright peculiar. And we'll see if maybe, just maybe, they still taste like home. So grab a plate, pull up a chair, and let's bring these flavors back to life, one nostalgic bite at a time. And hey, if you love stories that smell like your childhood kitchen, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss the next trip down memory lane. Because after this one, you're going to crave more than just seconds. 3-bean salad. Picture a potluck table in 1976. The sunshine hits a glass bowl and the beans glow like stained glass. Green beans, wax beans, and kidney beans bob in a sweet and sour vinaigrette with onion and bell pepper. The secret superpower? It gets better after a day or two, happily sitting on the buffet without babying. In 1975, a big bowl cost about $1.50, roughly $8 today, and plenty of cooks learned it straight from the back of the can. Some regions tossed in chickpeas or lima beans, others added celery for snap. By the mid-1980s, flashy pasta salads elbowed it aside, but that bright vinegary bite with grilled meat? Unbeatable. Comeback move. Use part red wine vinegar, part apple cider vinegar, and swap a little sugar for honey. Add a spoon of Dijon and a crack of black pepper. Stir, chill overnight, and watch steaks taste brighter. Waldorf salad. Crunch meets class. Born at New York's Waldorf Hotel in 1896, the salad took a victory lap in the 1970s. Crisp Granny Smith apples, celery, walnuts, and mayo, often kissed with lemon and a pinch of sugar, made it a star at holiday tables and ladies' luncheons. Purists kept it simple. 70s home cooks added grapes, marshmallows, even mandarins. In 1974, it ran about $0.75 a serving, about $4.50 today. When lighter trends arrived, mayo salads lost the spotlight. But nothing beats the sweet, savory crunch of a perfectly timed Waldorf. Composure trick. Slice apples at the last second. Toss with lemon juice and a pinch of salt so they shine and don't brown. Toast the walnuts. Your kitchen will smell like company's coming. Watergate salad. A bowl of pistachio green fluff and 1,000 stories. This 5-minute no-cook wonder, instant pistachio pudding, Cool Whip, marshmallows, nuts, canned fruit, surfaced in newspapers around 1975 and sprinted across America. Some say a Kraft employee started it. Others joke it's full of nuts and covered up. In 1976, a 12-serving bowl cost about $2, near $10 today. Variations added coconut or mandarin oranges, but the vibe stayed the same. Playful, sweet, utterly 70s. As for fresh-only fever rose, the green cloud drifted away. Comeback move. Half real whipped cream plus half Cool Whip for balance. Keep the pistachios crunchy and use well-drained crushed pineapple. Serve in small cups so people just try one and then come back. Ambrosia. Southern homes treated this like fruit salad for the gods. Fresh oranges, canned pineapple, maraschino cherries, mini marshmallows, and coconut, bound with sour cream or Cool Whip. Every family guarded a twist. Grapes for pop, pecans for toastiness, mandarins for brightness. It took 20 minutes to mix, then overnight to bloom. In 1933, ingredients cost roughly $3, about $20 today. Thanksgiving and Christmas felt naked without a crystal bowl of ambrosia. Comeback move. Toast the coconut, fold in a spoon of lime zest, and keep the sweetness dialed back so the citrus sings. One cold spoonful and the room goes quiet. Holiday magic. Stuffed celery. Before sprawling crudité boards, there was elegance in a line. Crisp celery stuffed with pimento cheese, olive-studded cream cheese, or blue cheese. Hostesses set them on divided relish trays with radish roses and carrot curls. Every stalk string-free, cut to 2 inches. Entertaining guides suggested 1 per guest. In 1977, a tray for 20 cost about $1.5, around $7 today. Restaurants and hotels opened meals with them. Comeback move. Whip cream cheese with a splash of buttermilk, lemon zest, and minced celery leaves. Pipe with a star tip, chill hard, and let that cold crunch plus creamy fill start the party. Rice-A-Roni Pilaf. From the San Francisco treat to a stovetop showpiece. 70s cooks browned bits of pasta in butter, added rice and broth, and riffed away. Almonds, raisins, parsley, dill. Middle Eastern families popularized authentic pilaf technique at home. Toast gently, add hot stock, don't fuss the lid. A homemade serving in 1978 cost about $0.50 versus $0.39 for the box. Pennies more, flavor miles ahead. Magazines printed curry versions, mushroom versions, wild rice blends. Comeback move. Finish with lemon juice and fresh herbs, fold in peas for color or sautéed mushrooms for depth. The fork fluff makes that soft hush, like applause in a warm room. Copper pennies. Carrot coins in a tomato vinegar marinade that glows like, well, pennies. Boil until tender crisp, then soak with onion and green pepper in a dressing of tomato soup, vinegar, sugar, and oil, often boosted by Worcestershire and dry mustard. It actually improves with age, perfect for make-ahead hosts. In 1975, a 12-serving batch cost about $1, around $5 today. Southern church cookbooks multiplied the variations. Comeback move. Use crushed tomatoes instead of soup. Reduce sugar, add good olive oil and fresh dill. Served cold, it brightens smoked meats like a squeeze of sunshine. Green bean casserole. Created by Campbell's in 1955, crowned in the 1970s. French-cut beans, plus cream of mushroom, plus a mountain of fried onions. Comfort that travels in a quilted carrier. Tinkerers added water chestnuts, almonds, or cheese. A few made scratch mushroom sauce, but most followed the can with devotion. Holiday tables, potlucks, school banquets, this dish was the +1 everyone wanted. Comeback move. Make a quick skillet mushroom base, broth plus splash of cream, then still add that onion crown. Creamy middle, shattering top. Nostalgia done right. Corn pudding. Call it spoon bread adjacent. Sweet corn baked into a custardy, golden casserole. Fresh or canned corn with eggs, milk, sugar, and butter. Sometimes cornmeal for body. Old school cooks scraped cobs for every drop of milky juice. Others spiked it with cheese or jalapenos. Bake gently, often in a water bath, for that satin center. In 1976, a pan serving 10 cost about $2, around $10 today. Comeback move. A pinch of nutmeg and a pat of salted butter on top as it rests. Serve warm and listen for the tiny chorus of mms. Perfection salad. A luncheon showstopper from another era. Finely chopped cabbage, celery, peppers, and carrots suspended in clear, tangy, unflavored gelatin aspic. Born in 1905, revived in the 70s. Success required tiny dice, neat arranging, and a confident unmold. Dip the mold in warm water, invert, and smile. In 1973, it cost about $1, roughly $6.50 today. Comeback move. Use bright vegetable stock plus cider vinegar, season with celery salt and a whisper of hot sauce, then slice to reveal confetti. Cold, crisp, strangely elegant. Harvard beets. Holiday-worthy and crimson glossy. Fresh or canned beets simmered with sugar, vinegar, and cornstarch until the sauce clung like silk. The name? Maybe Harvard's color? Maybe a Cambridge restaurant. Debated for decades. Variations stirred in orange juice, cloves, or butter. In 1977, feeding 6 with canned beets cost around $0.60, about $3 today. Comeback move. Finish with orange zest and a little butter, sprinkle flake salt so the earthiness pops. Stunning on a white plate. Spinach soufflé squares. French flair, weeknight fast. Frozen spinach, eggs, and cheese baked into light, sliceable squares. Stauffer's set the standard. Home cooks added water chestnuts or artichoke hearts for texture. The rule: squeeze thawed spinach bone dry. Swiss or Gruyere brought nutty depth. In 1975, a homemade pan ran about $2, about $12 today. Comeback move. Line the pan with parchment for clean edges. Add a pinch of nutmeg and a dust of Parmesan. Serve warm, watch spinach skeptics raise eyebrows, then forks. Carrot ring. A molded sunburst on the table. Pureed carrots with eggs and butter baked in a ring mold, center filled with bright peas or beans. Junior League cookbooks adored it. Some recipes used brown sugar or honey, others ginger or nutmeg. In 1978, ingredients cost around $1.50, about $7 today. Comeback move. Add fresh ginger and a drizzle of maple, then fill the center with buttered peas. Slice to reveal orange and green theater. Camera-ready and kid-friendly. Tomato aspic. The shimmering red star of summer luncheons. Tomato juice set with unflavored gelatin and seasoned with celery salt, Worcestershire, and a flick of hot sauce. Add-ins: minced celery, onion, olives. Some used V8 for extra base notes. Serve on lettuce with a dot of mayo. In 1974, a mold for 8 cost about $0.75, around $4 today. Comeback move. Strain for clarity, add lemon zest, and keep the slice cold. It's like a vintage iced tomato soup you can fork. Succotash. A Native American staple that saw a 70s revival. Corn and lima beans simmered with butter and sometimes cream until comfort soft. Regional spins added okra, tomatoes, bacon, or red pepper for color. Rule 1: cook the beans tender before adding corn or you'll get mush. In 1976, a 6-serving pot using frozen veg ran about $1, around $5 today. Comeback move. Brown the butter, add smoked paprika, finish with chives. Every spoonful tastes like late August sunset. Scalloped tomatoes. Tomatoes, fresh or canned, baked with bread cubes, sugar, and butter until bubbling. Tangy sweet comfort with crisp, golden edges. Born of thrift in the Depression, perfectly at home in 70s kitchens. Add cheese, onion, or basil if you like. In 1973, a pan could cost about 50 cents, about $3.50 today. Comeback move. Use sourdough for structure, olive oil for gloss, and basil ribbons at the end. The tomato-soaked edges are the pieces everyone fights for. Broccoli rice casserole. The gateway dish for broccoli skeptics. Frozen broccoli, instant rice, cream of mushroom soup, and Cheese Whiz, then a Ritz cracker crown. Package recipes spread it nationwide. Everyone had their version. In 1977, ingredients ran about $2, about $10 today. Comeback move. Swap in a quick homemade mushroom sauce and sharp cheddar, but keep that Ritz topping. Joy matters. Don't pre-cook the broccoli to death. Keep it green and proud. Pickled beets and eggs. Pennsylvania Dutch tradition with 70s flair. Hard-boiled eggs marinated in beet brine until shock pink. The brine, vinegar, sugar, spices, beet juice, needs several days. Some jars add onions or cloves. In 1975, a batch cost about $1, about $5 today. Comeback move. Add peppercorns, bay, and a strip of orange peel. Slice and plate, pink halos that make people lean in for the first curious bite. 7-layer salad. The glass bowl is the stage. The layers are the show. Lettuce, onion, frozen peas, unthawed for crisp, bacon, cheese, and a mayo cap that seals in freshness up to 24 hours. Some versions tucked in eggs or water chestnuts. In 1978, 12 servings cost about $4, about $20 today. Comeback move. Blend mayo with Greek yogurt and lemon, then scatter chives on top. It's the same drama, just a brighter finale. Creamed onions. Thanksgiving's quiet luxury. Pearl onions in velvety white sauce, scented with nutmeg. Sometimes a splash of sherry. Peeling tested patience. Frozen pearls saved the day. Some regions bake them under buttered crumbs or cheese. Comeback move. Make a shallot roux, thin with stock and cream, finish with Parmesan and a little sherry. Sweet pop under silk, the dish that whispers holiday any night of the week. Savory zucchini bread. When gardens overflowed, cooks turned squash into savory side loaves. Herbs, cheese, less sugar. The trick, squeeze grated zucchini dry. Some used Bisquick. Restaurants served thick, warm slices with butter beside entrees. In 1979, a loaf cost about $1, about $4 today. Comeback move. Olive oil batter, feta plus dill, black pepper. Grill the slices lightly, serve with soup or roasted chicken. Vegetables in bread. Works. Marinated mushrooms. A 70s relish tray hero. Button mushrooms marinated for days in Italian dressing or a homemade vinaigrette with garlic and herbs. Mushroom farming boomed. Salad bars treated them like treasure. In 1976, a pound cost about $2 to prepare, about $10 today. Comeback move. Warm the marinade first, then cool and pour. Flavor dives deeper. Finish with fresh thyme. Firm bite, herbal burst, instant antipasto. Glorified rice. A Midwestern original that baffled outsiders and delighted locals. Cold rice folded with whipped cream or Cool Whip, fruit, and marshmallows. Half rice pudding, half fruit salad. Leftover rice made it thrifty. Crushed pineapple brought tropical moisture. In 1975, a bowl cost about $1.50. Comeback move. Use lightly sweetened real cream, a pinch of salt, and toasted coconut. Serve chilled in small cups. Smiles show up fast. Cheese ball accompaniments. Yes, the cheese ball was the star, but the supporting cast made it iconic. Rye rounds, water crackers, Triscuits, celery sticks, bell pepper boats, cucumber rounds, and those special spreaders, from heirloom silver to goofy holiday themes. In 1977, a generous arrangement ran about $3, about $15 to $18 today. Comeback move. Curate a cracker flight. Seeded, rye, wafer thin. Arrange vegetables over crushed ice. Tuck in tiny pickles. The gather and spread ritual is the best icebreaker. German potato salad. Warm, tangy, smoky. Waxy potatoes tossed hot with a bacon vinegar dressing so they drink up every drop. Parsley for freshness. Sometimes hard-boiled egg or celery seed by region. In 1976, a batch cost about $1, about $5 today. Comeback move. Bacon fat plus Dijon plus cider vinegar. Finish with chives. Serve slightly warm, watch sausages and roasts start singing. If any bite in this tour made you pause, if you smelled vinegar and thought of backyard grills, or heard the crackle of cracker crumbs and felt a church hall under fluorescent light, then the memory did its job. The 1970s gave us side dishes with personality: vinegar sparkle, creamy hush, tomato tang, onion crunch. They were affordable, make-ahead friendly, and designed for sharing. So bring 2 or 3 back this month. Let 3-bean salad brighten a burger night. Slide a corn pudding into the oven and call it a celebration. Layer a 7-layer salad in a clear bowl and pretend there's a potluck at 6. Some recipes you'll modernize. Others you'll keep exactly as written on that butter-stained card. Either way, when the lid lifts and that first puff of steam meets the room, time slows just enough for everyone to lean in together. If one dish stirred a memory, tell us below. And if you love these deep dives into the recipe box, tap like, share with the friend who still owns a quilted Pyrex carrier, and subscribe. We've got more cards to pull and more stories to taste.